This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Once again, very good morning and thanks being joining. So, as part of today, we are going to start the a high level of Azure services, basically a cloud services, not Azure services. It's a cloud services. So, what are the deployment models are available? What are the service models are available? Okay. So, why we move into the cloud that we already discussed in Saturday session. So today I just uploaded. You can go and watch that session. Okay, you will get more idea, better idea. Now today we are going to see how many models are available, how many deployment models are available. Okay, what is the advantages if you go to the cloud? What is the major things why we are industries looking for cloud? That is what we are going to cover. Okay, any questions? Feel free to stop me. The first, let me so especially if we go to the cloud part. Okay, if we go to the cloud. Okay, so we are having different cloud vendors. Okay, AWS, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, okay, GCP. So we are having different vendors if we go to the cloud. So on premises, when you especially go to the on premises, everything is under our control. So for example, if you take the traditional computers, if you take the traditional computers. Okay, traditional is nothing but on premises. Everything we should maintain, like infrastructure buildings, we should maintain. Hardware resource gathering, we should maintain. Software purchasing, we should maintain. Okay, software integration, like if you wanted to integrate Oracle with the Java, Java with the Oracle. Okay, so ERP tools. If you wanted to integrate something, that we need to take care. One more challenging is recruiting different teams. Okay, so being you are a SQL DBAs or SQL developer, see, we are having different roles. We can become database administrator, we can become SQL developers, we can become BA, business intelligent like MSBA kind of roles. So recruiting different team is one of the biggest challenge again when you go to the on premises. But if you go to the cloud, half of the half of the will be maintained by your cloud provider. So for example, storage they will maintain, Windows they will maintain, network they will maintain. So based on what deployment you are doing, if you are deploying PaaS, so half of the recruitment your cloud provider will take care. If you go for IaaS platform, mostly we will again we should take care everything, but infrastructure no need to worry, that cloud provider will take care responsibility. So one more is securities. So you need to build the complex firewalls, okay, so that no one can hack your applications or data. So you need to you need to recruit the hackers as well, okay, who can protect from different hackers. And one of the major thing is time consuming. So for example, if you wanted to build a server, you need to create the Windows team build the servers, and they need to assign the resources, everything. It will take some time if you go to the on premises, but if you go to the cloud, on fly you can build the servers. On fly you can build the servers because like a service. It's like a service where you are going to see everything as a service. Cloud is nothing but everything as a service. So see, for example, if you go to the Amazon, if you go to the Flipkart, there are a lot of products. There are, you can purchase the mobiles, you can purchase the laptops, you can purchase the desktop, you can purchase the cameras, you can purchase the gadgets, you can purchase the home elements, you can purchase the kitchens, like a product. Agree, not agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Like same, if you go to the cloud, if you go to the cloud, you can get everything as a service. VM as a service, storage as a service, database as a service, correct? Everything, network as a service, Active Directory as a service, domain control as a service, is as a service. So on fly you can use that service based on your needs. Okay, less time consuming if you go especially go to the cloud platform. And one more is scalability. So for example, there is Amazon sales or Flipkart sales, the traffic will be high, connectivity will be high. Again, you need to build a new server. Again, after the sales time is completed, again, where you will keep all those servers along with softwares, along with data. So scalability is one of the difficult when you go to the on-premises. That is one of the easy, flexible if you go to the cloud computing and implementation challenges. So these are all things we need to take care if you go to the on-premises. That is nothing but traditional approach. That is nothing but traditional approach. See, basically, so for example, you decide to create one website, you decide to create one application, you decide to create one Android application, you decide to create one iOS application or Android application, or you decide to create one website. So what are the major things you will consider on your mind? Anyone? Anyone? So for example, you decide to purchase create one application, Android application or iOS application, or you decide to create one website for so and so activity. So what are the major things you will look into? Anyone? So one
Price
is
and
buy the stack of servers, correct? You need to purchase the servers first because you need to store your application data, you need to store your website data, anything you wanted to store something, right? Yes or no? First, you need to purchase the a stack of servers. First, you need to purchase the stack of servers and you need to monitor and maintain the servers. You need to monitor your servers. You need to maintain your servers. You need to maintain your applications. Correct? Yes or no? Once you purchase
yeah,
the stack
correct.
of servers, you need to monitor, you need to maintain your servers, your application, your connectivity. Everything will comes under here. Monitor and maintain the servers. And you need to maintain the traffic as well. For example, today you just started one application. In time being, your application is keep on growing. Multiple peoples are getting a good feedback, and your application is keep on increasing the connectivity. You need to maintain the traffic, and you need to purchase the more servers. Correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes,
these
correct.
are all the major things which are happening in the back end. In the back end, so mostly we will get lot of confuse. So for example, we are supporting one uh, for one client. IBM is a client. Okay, for example, IBM is your company, and IBM is going to support the banking. So for example, take ICICI Bank. So sorry, in the ICICI Bank there are a lot of applications, right? Just you won't go to the bank and you will deposit some amount, you will withdraw some amount, right? They're having lot of other activities: home loans, car loans, personal loans, okay, gold loans. And if you go to the insurance, health insurance, insurance, okay, medical insurance. So there are lot of insurance related applications, loans related applications. Okay, so they're maintaining multiple applications, multiple apps in a single for a single ICICI is nothing but one client. In that client, you are having multiple applications. Each application will maintain a stack of servers, and they wanted to monitor, they wanted to maintain, and they wanted to also maintain the high traffic sometimes. Agree? So
Yes, yes.
all this are happening in the back end. As a DBA, as a Java developer, as a .NET developers, or you are a business analyst or database engineer, data engineers, okay, or data virtualizations. So we are having different teams, sir, in one project. So the respective team will take care their respective activities. Like same when you before you go to the cloud, Okay, so for example, you decide one app or website. These are the major challenges you are facing. Now, if you go to the cloud, you can build the servers as a user friendly. And whenever you don't want, okay, again, just because you are just using that service till you need. So, for example, I wanted to use that service for 6 months. I wanted to use that service for 1 year. You will pay only for that 1 year, and you are not purchasing any physical. Everything is a virtual. Everything is a virtual, correct? So, cloud is nothing but virtual. Even when you go to the cloud, you will also get the physical servers. Don't get confused. Even you will get the physical servers are nothing but private. Private. Okay, both you will get it virtual and physical. Mostly 98% you will get the virtual, and only 2 to 5 to 10% you will get the physical servers even when you go to the cloud platform. Okay, not okay?
Yeah.
Now, okay, so one more challenge is to maintain the data centers. To maintain the centers is the one of the biggest challenge. So data center contains your actual data. Okay, your data center can be very good, means very well designed and everything, and your data center can be ugly. So when if you get a chance, if you go to the data center, if you see this kind of data center, if something happens, so for example, a mouse went into the data center and hit, and it bite one wire, and due to that bite, your performance is degrading. Now it is a bit challenge, right? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Can
Yes.
you go?
right.
Can you go and tell to your application team? Unfortunately, one of the mouse went into inside and it bites one wire, and due to that, only my application performance is impacting. It's very funny, correct? So to maintain the
Yeah,
data
right.
center is the one of the biggest challenge when you go to the on premises. Especially when you go to the on premises, to maintain the data center is the one of the biggest challenge. One of the biggest challenge, like, so once we are maintaining the data center, so for example, for your entire application, you are maintaining one data centers. Okay, so we will make one or two data center. If we won't make only one data center, unfortunately, nature can do anything, right? Nature can do anything. You know about the recently, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, there is a Kerala floods in India, or Chennai floods. Okay, nature can do anything. So if you keep this data center at one location, if something happen, then entire you lost your data, right? So definitely we will maintain one more copy in different region, different location. But that is also the distance should be minimal, sir. You should not go for too far. Again, that will impact the performance, because to maintain the data center, it's not easy, right? You need to maintain the power, you need to maintain the capacity, you need to maintain the storage, you need to maintain the performance, and you need to keep on eye on that data center. Keep an eye on the data center, because en- entire your data is in that data center. Take banking, take Aadhaar card, take passport, take PAN card. It is very critical and very sensitive. Insurance, okay, these are very critical and very sensitive kind of data. So how they are going to maintain, how many copies they are going to maintain. Okay, so whenever you get a chance to as to work with a, as a application, okay, as a application engineer, we will get all this stuff as a DBA. uh, if we know this little bit concept, well and good. But because who is going to maintain the application, they know how many servers their application is mapping. Okay, and how the load balancers are working, how auto scale is working. Mostly it will go for application team, not for the DBAs especially. But we are going to discuss about load balancers when we are discussing always on availability group. Okay, make a sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So once, for example, just simply maintaining the data center is not again a good deal, sir. Again, you need to maintain the high availability. For example, okay, in this data center, okay, for example, this is one building. Assume, sir, this is one building and this is one more building. You place one server in this building and you place one more server in this building to maintain the high availability, because high availability is like maintaining in this two copies or three copies in the same data center. High availability, HA and DR, disaster recovery, we already discussed. Okay. Okay, high availability means maintain multiple copies in the same data center. In the same data center. So, for example, okay, first floor you just place one server. Second floor you place one more server. Or within that premises you place one server in one building. You place one more server in different building, and your data is continuously transferred in these two servers to maintain the high availability, because both servers are part of in the same data center. Same data center. If something happened, so that's the reason you place one more copy in the DR server as well. You just place one more copy in the DR server as well. So if suddenly something happened to entire data center, no worries, I can bring back this server to the online so that my application can run in the DR site. So to maintain the high availability is the one of the, again, one more challenge here also, same, sir. Power, network, storage, backup, reports. If this server will goes down, this server will comes automatically. If this server is also goes down, no worries, this server will comes automatically. That is what, right? High availability. Yes or no? Like database mirroring,
Yes.
Windows failure clusters, always on availability group is the best technique for high availability. Is the best technique. Log shipping is not a best high availability because it won't support automatic failover. Hope you understand. Clusters always on, next week we are going to discuss. Okay, everything next week will complete. Clusters always on. Single subnet clusters, multi subnet clusters, DNN. Okay, VNN. How to deploy? What is VNN? What is DNN? What is the difference between DNN and VNN? How to deploy listener in VNN? How to deploy listener in DNN? Why we need load balancers, all that stuff next whole week we are going to discuss. Yep. Okay, so high availability is
Yeah.
the one of the enhancement. See, throughout the industry is enhancing a lot. So first they came up with the data center, then they came up with the high availability, and then they again came up with the disaster recovery. Disaster recovery means nature can change anything, right? So if suddenly something happened, if suddenly something happened, okay, we have one more data center. See, a data center design includes routers, switches, firewalls, storage, servers, applications, everything, sir. Disaster recovery is a well through process to purchase the powerful computers and make them work as a single computer resources at the different location. Okay, DR is also one data center, but where you kept or placed in the different location. If suddenly something happened to my primary location, no worries, I'm having one more copy in the different location. So when I'm working in one of the organization, okay, we are maintaining, we are we are a single team only, DBA, but 15 people will work in from Bangalore, 15 people will work from Pune. If suddenly something happened to Pune, Bangalore location, no worries, we are having support from Pune. If suddenly something happened to Pune, no worries, we are having issue. We are having good support of good number of support from Bangalore. Okay, this is how the DR sites will work. If suddenly something happened to primary, no worries, I'm having one more copy in the DR sites. Okay, not okay, everyone?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Any questions, everyone?
Not from my side.
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
is it ever happened that the high availability is gone and as well as the disaster recovery data center is also gone?
No, primary gone I faced, okay, not DR side. DR is worked because that is will be in different location, right? Okay,
Okay.
suddenly same time it's unbelievable then if suddenly something happened then gone. So being when I'm working, okay, so my data center, one of the primary data center is available in Houston, and one data center is available in Dallas. Two data centers we are maintaining. Suddenly we are getting too many alerts, and we are getting too many pings from application team. Hey, unable to connect. I'm unable to connect. Literally, we got shocked actually at that too. That is in afternoon. Okay, somehow if it is over the night, midnight, no one will be available, and the team will also very less over the night, right? Then that will make more challenge. Now immediately we contacted the story Windows team. Hey, what's going wrong with the servers? Even we are also not able to access, right? Entire Houston network is down. Entire Houston network is down, and they my Windows team told that okay, entire primary data center is down, network is down. Okay, and we told that okay. Meanwhile, can you route all the connections through the DR sites? Okay, until unless the primary DC came to online. Okay, and they face couple of challenge when you are connecting to the DR site sometimes, because when primaries are somewhat powerful and it is nearest location, because what is primary, for example, my application is hosted on Hyderabad, my data center is also hosted on Hyderabad, the connectivity will be fast, the performance is also good. Okay, everything is good because my DR site is in Delhi. So the distance will also, right, my application need to connect to the Delhi data center. The traffic will also bit, because here we are maintaining two different servers. For example, this is for write operation, this is for read operations, but entire my data center is down. I am going to perform everything in single box now. Traffic is very huge, the connectivity is a bit slow because the site is too far for us. Okay, and you may notice some performance issues while you are connecting to the DR servers. Hope you understand. Yes, definitely sometimes. Azure or
Yes, yes.
AWS or any other clouds? Oh, GCP, Alibaba Cloud, uh, Rajshekar, uh, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud. Mostly, you may get a chance for GCP, okay, and Alibaba. I told you, right? MySQL, PostgreSQL, that database management system. Mostly, we won't place our SQL servers in GCP or Alibaba Cloud. Mostly, sir, I never get opportunity, but mostly you will get MySQL, PostgreSQL, DB2, that kind of database management system will place in GCP or Alibaba Cloud. You may get a chance to work with AWS. Okay, I told you, right, I will take one session for AWS as well. Okay, we'll plan 2 days, two sessions in AWS. Okay, how RDS will work, how RDS will work. Okay, and everything we'll see in this couple of sessions. Okay, so because nowadays we are getting AWS as well. Even last 1 month ago, I placed one guy in Delhi. He completely got in AWS, not in Azure. Okay, now,
Yeah, okay, sir.
so to maintain the high availability, to maintain the disaster recovery is also a bit of the challenge for us. So enhancing, so they came up with the concept called high availability. They came up with the concept called disaster recovery, and they came up with one more concept called virtualization. So most of the people know, sir, virtualization, nothing but, so for example, take my laptop. Okay, take my laptop. So on my laptop, I'm having, okay, 16 GB of RAM, MS Info 32. Okay, so six with which is running with the 4 cores with 8 logical processors. Okay, 8 logical processors, and which is running with 16 GB of RAM and 3 more GB, additional 3 more GB extended memory as well. Almost my system is running with 19 GB of RAM. Okay, now what I will do, right? I will use some third party tools like Oracle VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox, VirtualBox, VMware, VMware, or Hyperview. So I will use this any tools to build the VMs on my server, to build the VMs on my server in my laptop itself. But make sure that your computer should be little bit powerful, sir. Otherwise, don't play like this. Suddenly something will happen and entire your motherboard will crash. Okay, you can do everything practice like log shipping, mirroring, backups, restores, recovery models, performance tuning, everything on your laptop itself as a basic SQL server. You no need to create the VMs and no need to play only on the VMs, only for clusters always on. If your laptop is having good number of resources, then you can go for Oracle VirtualBox, VMware, or hypervisor. Hope you understand. Yes, no, any one of this tool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so otherwise don't create, don't install these tools and don't create the VMs. Okay, it may leads because at least so for example, if you wanted to create 3 VMs, if you wanted to do practice with the clusters, if you want to do practice with always on availability group, forget about DR. If you wanted to play with the DR, you need four. One for domain controller, DC, Active Directory. One is for node 1, for example, node 1, node 2, to maintain the high availability. And to maintain the DR, you need one more server. So total 4 servers you want. So for example, each server, if you go for 2 GB of RAM to give you at least basic performance, so you need minimum 8 GB of RAM to the servers. And each VM you need at least one core, 4 cores. Getting my point? So, in case your
Yes,
laptop is
sir.
having good number of resources only, go for this deployment. Otherwise, no need. Really, I'm telling no need. Okay, not at all need. So everything you can do practice in the cloud itself. In case you wanted to practice more, you can create a servers in GCP, Google Cloud. So Google Cloud is providing 3 months free trial. Free trial. You can create the VMs, you can play with the networks, how you are playing in uh, Azure, you can play same in GCP as well. So GCP is providing 3 months free trial account, free trial. And whatever you are playing, all this stuff, you never get chance in real world. Very rare case you may get a chance. Okay, so that is a one thing. What is virtualization means? They will purchase a powerful computer. They will purchase a powerful computer. Like I purchased one powerful CPU which is having 64 cores, which is having 1 TB of RAM, 1 TB of RAM, which is having 10 TB of storage. So they purchase one powerful computer. Who, sir? Your team will purchase one powerful computer. From that computer, they will use Oracle VirtualBox, they will use VMware, they will use hypervisor, and they will build the servers on top of this computer. Virtual servers. This is physical box. On top of one physical box, they will create the virtual box. They will create the virtual box. See, This is one server, this is one server, this is one server. This server you can maintain Windows operating system. This server you can maintain Linux operating system. This server you can maintain Docker, Dockers. You can maintain Mac operating systems. So they will purchase one massive giant CPU. On that massive giant CPU, they are going to build the servers with the help of Oracle VirtualBox, with the help of VMwares, with the help of hypervisor, and they will build the logical servers is nothing but virtual servers. Virtual servers. Those are not physical servers. In case if this CPU is down, all your VMs will gone, because for all the VMs the CPU memory is getting from this. Correct? Agree? Not agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Everyone?
Yes, Subbu
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Okay, that is one thing, sir. Very, very important. Everyone mustn't should remember. Okay, everyone mustn't. Virtualization is the one of the main major concepts. So VMware team will be available. Oracle VirtualBox team will be available. Hypervisor is within Microsoft only, sir. Okay, if you install Windows operating system, by default you will get the hypervisor. You can create the VMs with the hypervisor as well. But don't play with these VMs in case your system is not having enough resources. Nothing. Okay. Really, sir, if anything is very important, I will straight away tell this is very important. You should do practice. Okay, that is not at all important. Okay, rather than that VMs will goes down. If you shut down the VMs tomorrow, it's again to start the VMs, it will take some time. Why you need to waste your time, sir? Just put more, okay, time for performance tuning, indexes, stats, all that concept. There are a lot of concepts just for configuring clusters on always on. Only will go for VMs. Okay, so again, straight away I'm telling, no need to worry. Everything you can do, everything over the cloud. You are having 1 month time. You can play with that 1 month time in the cloud. So don't create a free trial account. Okay, so everyone, sir, until unless I will confirm you when you need to create the free trial account. Hope you understanding.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yep. Okay, because
Yes,
every
sir.
free trial is very important, very important. In case if you want to practice with one credit card, so you are having only one credit card, go on create free trial account on Azure, do everything practice. You can go on create in AWS, do on practice. You can go on create in GCP, do on practice. Almost all are same only concept. If you wanted to purchase one product, you will purchase in Amazon, you will purchase in Flipkart, you will purchase in so on so applications. Like same, all are cloud providers only. In Azure, you will call it as a virtual machine. In AWS, you will call it as a EC2 instance. In Google Cloud, you will call it as a virtual machines. Underlying concept is same, sir. Underlying concept is same. Okay. Then you will get more knowledge. You will get more knowledge. You are good at different cloud providers. Okay. Enhance like this, sir, instead of doing on your laptops. That's what I straight away I can tell you, sir. Okay. Now, virtualization is one of the major enhancement done, and data centers in shipping containers. Okay, this is very smart technology, very very smart technology. You can keep the data center, a mini data center, not a massive data center, a mini data center in the containers, and you can ship this container from one location to another location very easily. Correct. So if you place the same data center over the land, it's very difficult to ship that, right, data center. But if you place your data center in the container, you can hold the container like everyone watched Avatar movie, right? And they are shipping that container from one location to another location. Remember everyone?
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
of the
sir.
people will watch Avatar, right? So like same, sir, You can place a data center in container so that you can ship that container from one location to another location bit easily. Okay, that container is also more secure, more powerful, sir. Okay, now these are all the enhancement throughout the years. They're enhancing lot. Okay, they're enhancing lot. If you simply go to cloud, sir, okay, see, we are having data centers, massive data centers throughout the global. Almost all the cloud providers they are going to support throughout the global. Entire global is connected with the network, sir. Again, okay, entire global is connected with the network. Connect with network with a lot of tunnels. If you go to the oceans, okay, so over the oceans they will place the tunnels. Okay, here also we are going to create the tunnels because I need to show you network, right? So while I'm creating the network, we will also, not I will, sorry, we will also place the tunnels so that you will see how the connectivity they are going to place. But again, don't go in depth. Okay, that is not our out of our boundary. But if you wanted to understand more about depth about always on, depth about clusters, depth about how IT industry is working, uh, you should know about all these concepts or whatever we are discussing whole this week. Okay, so throughout the global we are having different data centers. If you go to especially go to the Microsoft, sir, if you especially go to the Microsoft, okay, too many data centers, almost 50 60 plus regions Microsoft is maintaining the data centers. Especially if you go to the India, okay, in India we are having four data centers. Last year only they added one more data center is in New Delhi. Actually we are having only three data centers till 2022, sir. Okay, 2021 we are having three data centers. One is in Chennai, one is in one is in Chennai, one is in Bangalore, one is in Mumbai. If you go to the AWS, one is in Mumbai, one is in Pune, one is in Chennai. Yeah, in AWS, we are maintaining three data centers. One is in Mumbai, one is in Pune, one is in Chennai. In Azure, we are maintaining four data centers. One is in Chennai, one is in Bangalore, one is in Mumbai, and one is in Delhi. Delhi. So in India, we are going to maintain four different data centers. Four different data centers. And nearest and well designed data center is Singapore, sir. Singapore. So when you are doing practice, try to deploy the servers in Singapore rather than deploying in India. Okay, everyone. So all the features and the performance will be too good when you are deploying the servers in Singapore instead of deploying in the India, sir. Better don't deploy the servers in India. Deploy the servers in Singapore because Singapore data center is well designed and massive. All the services are almost all the services are compatible in Singapore. Okay, hope you understand.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, even for Gulf countries also like Dubai, okay, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq. Okay, for them also Microsoft just kept one data center in Muscat for Gulf countries. Okay, so almost 60 plus regions where we are having different data center. You can when you are deploying your services, choose Singapore is one of the best, and you can also deploy in US. That is also best. East to west, west to west. When you are deploying services, you can deploy in the east to west, west to west. That is also too good, sir. That is also too good. Okay, so all cloud providers they are maintaining their data centers massively in different locations. You can place your servers, you can place your data, you can place your applications nearest to your location, nearest to your location. But when you go to the on premises, can you maintain this many data center for on premises? then, then gone, sir.
No.
Really, they gone. Okay, it's not that easy to maintain the data centers. Okay, so in these many regions, but cloud, they are maintaining different data centers in different region. Okay, that's it, sir. Any questions till now? Questions? No questions?
No, not from my side.
Okay. Now, this is the basic part again. Just intro, sir. Don't consider all this. This is just intro. Everyone, before you move to the cloud, everyone must and should know about little knowledge about the core concept. Okay. Now, what is cloud computing? Very simple, sir. A cloud is nothing but someone else data center you are going to place your services. Someone else data centers are very simple. Cloud computing is nothing but okay, on demand. See, cloud computing is delivering on demand compute services like storage, servers, see, storage, application as a service like electricity bill, water bill, electricity bill. Okay, rather than paying for entire apartment, entire building, you are going to pay only for your apartments. Whatever. So, for example, you are having 10 floors. Will you pay 10 floors current bill or water bill, sir? Or you will pay only for your
Mm,
single apartment?
no,
For our single
only for
apartment.
single apartment.
That's it, sir. Okay. Cloud computing is nothing but on demanding compute services. Cloud computing is nothing but on demanding compute services. Okay. Like server, storage, applications. Okay. They are providing as a pay as you go model. Use and pay whatever you are using, you need to pay only for that one. No need to pay any additional. No need to pay any additional, sir. And the companies who is going to offer, technical you should call it as a cloud providers, like how you are calling as a network providers. Okay. Telecom providers, how you are calling, right? uh, like same, we are going to call as a cloud providers. Cloud providers. Nothing, sir. Cloud is nothing but on someone else data center we are going to place our servers and services. If we go to clouds or especially go, we are having three different models, deployment models. Forget about this one. Let's focus on these three. One is private cloud. One is public cloud. One is hybrid cloud. Deployment models. So one is private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. Private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. If you specially go to the private cloud. So, okay, so private clouds are nothing but like a on-premises where they are going to maintain the single tenant, private clouds. Private clouds means, so for example, your company, sir, like IBM will maintain their own cloud. Okay, they will maintain their own network, own servers, everything will own. Private cloud is nothing but like a on-premises, which are going to maintain single tenant. For example, organizations are IBM, Infosys, TCS. They will maintain their own cloud, their own networks, own firewalls, massive firewalls, okay, to protect the data. Okay, private clouds are nothing but like on premises which are going to maintain the single tenant, single tenant, single tenant with a lot of firewalls. Okay, with a lot of protections, highly secureable servers, sir. See, a private cloud is a single tenant environment, meaning that organizations, sir, any one of the company, they will use their own private clouds. They will use their own private clouds. So private clouds is a data center set up and managed by the organization, keeping its security conquered, all managed by the respective organization. Every organization they will maintain the massive security firewalls, and little bit expensive are when you compare with public cloud. When you compare with public cloud, private clouds are little bit expensive because security, security, sir. One of the major reason is security. Okay, so private clouds are like a simple, it's a, like on premises who is going to maintain a single tenant. If you go to the public cloud, sir, public cloud, public cloud. So what is the private cloud? Best example is your organization, sir. Your organization is the best example. If you go to the public cloud, Gmail is the public cloud, Google Drive is the public cloud, correct? Google Drive is the public cloud, Teams is the public cloud, Skype is the public cloud. Okay, whatever you are using, music apps, all are public clouds only, right? Whatever you are accessing, those are in public only, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Website public, emails public, CRM public, HR human resource public, collaboration public, okay, Salesforce public. All these are public clouds. So the service providers now, Azure or AWS or Google Cloud or Alibaba Cloud or GCP, they will make the resources such as application storage available to the general public over the internet. Can you access Gmail without internet?
No, sir.
Can you access the team without internet? Means make a
No.
Teams call, make a Teams call, make a video call or general chat without internet. So everything you can
No.
access with network. Without network, no sir. You can't access anything public. So public clouds which will provide the best economic of scales are inexpensive, sir, to set up the because hardware, storage, application, bandwidth cost will be covered by your provider, sir. So whenever you are trying to connect to the Teams, whenever you are trying to connect to your Gmail, you are providing your username and password, right? And you are going to maintain your chat history as well. Who is maintaining all this stuff? Someone should maintain, right? Who is maintaining? Your cloud providers. Your cloud providers, sir. Teams, Microsoft is going to maintain everything. Gmail, Google is maintaining everything. Like every application backend, any one of the cloud provider is maintaining. That's the reason you are accessing, you are editing, you are doing a lot of stuff in those applications. Okay, 1 second, sir. Okay, so public clouds, all are whatever you are playing, all those are public clouds. No wastage resource because you are paying only for what you are using, sir. Public clouds. Hope you understand about the public clouds.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you go to the hybrid clouds, okay, like half of the, so for example, okay, take Teams, sir, to best understanding. Teams, go for Teams. Okay, so whenever you are trying to log in, you should provide the username and passwords, right? Okay, all your username and passwords are maintaining by your private clouds, and the accessing part you are maintaining in the public cloud. So hybrid clouds are nothing but, okay, see, a cloud computing environment which use the mixture of on premises, nothing but private cloud or on premises or private cloud, and third party public clouds. So it's a mixture of public and private. It's a mixture of a public and private, we'll call it as a hybrid clouds. We'll call it as a hybrid clouds. So if you specially go to the hybrid clouds, it's a mixture. It's a mixture. One second. Okay, so hybrid clouds is nothing but mixtures are your data. So for example, Google Drive. Take Google Drive, sir. You are accessing Google Drive, but where your data is storing, in the public or private? Whatever you are placing your documents or images
It's in
or
private.
photos in the private, sir. Your data will be protected in private. Make sure that. Okay, that's the reason everyone is telling no worries. Your data will be in private. Your accessing will be in public. That is nothing but hybrid clouds. Hybrid clouds. So app applications will be in private, so public. Your data, always your data will be in the private clouds only. So hybrid is nothing but it's a mixture of private and public. It's a mixture of private and public. So one more deployment, sir, that is nothing but community cloud. Okay, community cloud. So most of the people know, sir, because whenever you are so couple of organization will come together, couple of people will come together, and they will make one community, and they will do some purchase or sell, correct? Yes or no? Like same, sir. Community clouds are nothing but, so for example, uh, IBM, Infosys, TCS will come together, and they will start creating one application or one website, and they will sell the product. All these three companies will sell the products. Means definitely they will become as a brokers, like a brokers. Okay, so community cloud is nothing but couple of tenants will come together, they will design, and they will sell the products. Like if you go to the Hyderabad, if you go to the Bangalore, there are a lot of community apartments, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Like same, sir, community cloud. Okay, so majorly is three, sir. Again, private, public, hybrid, and these are all rest. So anything else apart from these three? Apart from these three, public, private, hybrid. Before that, before that, 1 second, sir. Everyone, let me know whether you are able to hear or not. Everyone able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, Subbu. No, Subbu.
See, sir, all the clouds are data centers, massive data centers. Okay, clear everyone? So cloud is nothing but a big giant of data center. Okay, so public, private, and hybrid data centers. Sorry, hybrid clouds. So and community clouds we discussed, and any other deployment models are available.
Sir,
Like
multi-cloud,
sorry,
multi-cloud.
multi-cloud,
Yeah,
multi-cloud.
yeah, sir. I
Mm.
heard it
Oh, you
somewhere.
okay?
I have read yesterday. I don't know. I can't find the article, but yesterday itself I have read.
Okay, let's see. Even I too don't know, sir. Okay, let's see what we know, sir. Okay, so green cloud. Okay, green cloud means okay, you know about the nature, right? Okay, whenever you go to the any community, there will be maintained very greenery. There will be no wastage. So green again, sir. You are having only these providers. Don't think that again they are going somewhere and getting. Okay, green cloud means no wastage of resources. Whatever they want, they are going to purchase. Whatever they want, they are going to purchase. There is no wastage if you go to the clean cloud, green clouds. Okay, again same. You don't have any other third party providers where they are specially providing green clouds. Green cloud is nothing but okay. Green cloud is nothing but okay. No wastage, especially no wastage, sir. All the resources whatever you need on your day to day business, they are going to purchase only that one. They're not wasting any resources or storage or anything, sir. Green clouds. So that technically we'll call it as a green clouds. No wastage of resources if you go to the green cloud. And you may also get in couple of years definitely will get called quantum cloud. Quantum cloud. Quantum cloud is nothing but okay. Quantum cloud is nothing but massive servers. Massive. Are you able to hear everyone?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, yes. Now,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, quantum clouds. Quantum clouds are nothing but massive servers. Quantum computes. Quantum compute is nothing but massive servers. If your application want massive server, so, for example, your application is for data warehouse. If your application is for Salesforce, your application is for ERP, your application is for okay, big data clusters. Your application for Hadoop datas. Okay, you want a massive servers. So, whenever you want massive, they can go and deploy those servers in the quantum clouds. They will go and deploy in the quantum cloud. So, quantum is nothing but massive capacity of your resources of the server. So green clouds, quantum clouds, and one more is government cloud. Government cloud. So government clouds are nothing but whatever application, government related application, they will maintain in the government cloud, most expensive, and that cloud it doesn't move into the outside of the region. Means whatever your government related applications like Aadhaar card, PAN card, passport, everything, sir, they will maintain within the same region. The data won't go to the out of the our region. So whatever government related projects, government related application, government related data, everything that will stay back in that respective region only. They won't move that data, they won't place this data to the different region. Government clouds are too much expensive because lot of security firewalls. Okay, because that is very sensitive data, right? That data will be within the region. They will place within the region and little bit expensive. Hope you understand everyone. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are having green clouds, we are having quantum clouds, we are having government clouds, and Azar is telling multi-cloud. Multi-cloud means no. Let me go walk through, sir, once, okay, and tomorrow I will get back on that part.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, so these are all the deployment models are available. Either based on your needs, you can go and deploy in the private cloud, you can go and deploy in public cloud, you can go and deploy in hybrid cloud, you can go and deploy in green cloud, you can go and deploy in quantum cloud, you can go and deploy in government clouds. What is your need? What is your need? Then who knows, sir? Your application team knows. Okay, your application team will get back to us what kind of application, what kind of data, how much sensitive. Based on that, everyone will talk, everyone will meet at one point and discuss anything over respect to clouds. And there will be one cloud provider or two cloud providers, sir. Whoever they make agreement with AWS or Azure or Google Cloud or Alibaba Cloud. Okay, so they will go and deploy their services, their resources, their networks in the respect to deployment, cloud deployment models. Either it can be private or it can be public or it can be hybrid or it can be community or it can be green or it can be quantum or it can be government. Okay, not okay? Questions?
Yes, sir, fine.
Yeah.
Subbu, multi-cloud is nothing but using the private and public cloud.
That
Subbu,
is hybrid, right?
hybrid
That
in
is
the
hybrid.
Google it is doing the same. It is like multi-cloud is a model of cloud computing where an organization utilizes a combination of clouds, which can be two or more public clouds or two or more private clouds, or a combination of both public and private clouds.
Okay,
There will
we can also call it. That's
that's
yeah, good, very good. Yeah, yeah. That's what, sir. Naming will be different, but
different.
terminologies are same.
Hybrid cloud is nothing but the multi-cloud.
That's it. Naming is different, but the underlying concept is same, sir. We are having only three clouds, basically, majorly, sir. One is private, one is public, one is hybrid.
Right.
Okay, so based on our needs, based on our names, sir. If you take in India, mostly we are in India, right? Okay, if you go for in even in Telugu states, if you go for Andhra Pradesh, if you go for Tamil Nadu, okay, if you take one item here in Andhra Pradesh, you will call it as a one name. In if you go to the Telangana, we'll call it as a different name. If you go to the north side, they will call it as a different name. A single item having different names. If you are changing the regions, if you are changing the places, correct? Like same, sir. Underlying concept is same.
Yes, sir.
Underlying concept is same, sir. Okay, you can call it as a different names. Hope you understand deployment models, private, public, hybrid. Questions? No questions? No, Subbu, all questions. Okay, so finally, let's go and discuss about the service models. Okay, very important concepts are everyone must and should know about the service models as well. First, let's go and walk through about on-premises, sir. If you go to the on-premises, if you specially go to the on-premises, okay, uh, when you go to the on-premises, everything we should maintain, sir. Application, data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, servers, storage, networks. We should maintain everything if you go to the on-premises. If you go to the on-premises, virtualization, servers, storage, network, OS, middleware, runtime, data, application, everything we should maintain if you go to the on-premises. But when you go to the cloud, especially when you go to the cloud, okay, when you go to the cloud, especially we are having majorly three service models. Majorly three service model. One is IaaS, infrastructure as a service. One is PaaS, platform as a service. One is SaaS, software as a service. We are having three service models are available: IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. PaaS stands for platform as a service. SaaS stands for software as a service. Software as a service. So if we go to the one by one service model, sir, if you go to the IaaS, infrastructure as a service, so Microsoft is your cloud provider. Sorry, not Microsoft, your cloud provider. That can be Google GCP, that can be AWS, that can be Google Cloud, that can be Alibaba Cloud. Who is going to maintain network, storage, servers, virtualizations? Who is going to maintain, sir? Your cloud provider. Your cloud provider is going to maintain the virtualization, server, storage, network. What is our focus, sir? Just what operating system, just what operating system, and just if you wanted to integrate, you can integrate middleware, sir. Otherwise, no need. Okay, if you wanted to integrate two different technologies, we'll use the middleware. We'll use the middleware and runtime, data, application. Our main focus will be only this, sir. We should not worry about virtualization. You should not worry about storage. You should not worry about servers. You should not worry about the networks. Who is going to maintain? Your cloud provider. As simple as data center is maintaining by your cloud, and you are mainly focusing on your application and data. But here we are having control. At least you can access the server, you can maintain the server, and you can have some control, sir. When you specially go to the IaaS platform, when you specially go to the IaaS platform, here you are having control on operating system. Means you can decide which operating system you can decide which application you wanted to deploy, you can decide which data you wanted to store on that server. Everything under your control. This are all have you are maintaining. Forget about virtualization, forget about servers, forget about storage, forget about network. Who is maintaining? Your cloud provider is maintaining. When you specially go to the infrastructure as a service, means if you want to access the server, then IaaS is the best platform. If you wanted to access the server, IaaS is the best platform. I don't want access the server. I don't want access the server. Then you can go for the PaaS platform. I don't want I don't want take care about operating system. I don't want take care about middleware. I don't want take care about runtime. I don't want take care about virtualization servers, storage, anything, sir. I just want to focus only on my application and data. Then you can go for the PaaS platform. Then you can go for the PaaS platform. Even I don't want worry about data. Even I don't want worry about application. Then you can go for SaaS platform, software as a service. Everything will be maintained by your cloud provider. Then you will definitely go that get a doubt. Subbu, okay, understanding okay, but what are the examples? Sir, if you go to the IaaS platform, okay, what services will come here means VM, network, storage are the major three services will come into the IaaS platform. VMs is nothing but servers, network, and storage. These three services will come into the IaaS platform. We are going to discuss three services, sir. IaaS platform. In Azure, you will call it as a virtual machine. In AWS, you will call it as a EC2, EC2. In Azure, you will call it as a storage account. Okay. In AWS, you will call it as a S3 buckets. Okay. In networks, we will call it as a in Azure, you will call it as a virtual networks. In AWS, you will call it as a VPC. Names are the naming is different, but underlying concept is same. So all these services will comes into the IaaS platform. Means you will have the control on operating system. You'll have control on operating system. If you wanted to control on operating system, you will go to the if you wanted to control on operating system, you will have the control on IaaS platform. IaaS platform specially you can go for IaaS platform if you want control on operating system. Control on operating system. If I don't want control on operating system, then you can go for PaaS platform like Azure Active Directory, Azure SQL Database, Azure SQL Database, Azure MI, okay, Azure Data Factory, Azure Synonyms. All this will comes into the PaaS platform. Anyone knows, sir, what operating system Microsoft is maintaining when you deploy Azure SQL Database? We don't know. We don't know anything, sir. We are just creating these services. We are using these services. We are storing our data in these services. Platform as a service. These are all in Azure. If you go to the AWS, okay, RDS will come as a database as a service. Okay. Mm, RDS, make as RDS, sir. RDS. In RDS itself, you will deploy SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, okay, Amazon Aurora. All this will comes in RDS only, sir. A relational database service. But in Azure, we are having different services. We are having different services. PaaS means I not worry about operating system. I just worry about my service, my data. Means application and data. You no need to worry about storage. You no need to worry about runtime. You no need to nothing, sir. Everything will taken care by your cloud provider. If you go to specially go to the PaaS platform. If you go to the SaaS platform, SaaS, nothing but okay software as a service. Like in AWS, there is a service called Lambda. Lambda. 1 second, sir. So Lambda as a service, especially sir, definitely you may also get a chance. Okay, SaaS as a service, Lambda, like for example, Salesforce as a SaaS service, Teams is a SaaS service. Okay, Outlook is a SaaS service, Gmail is a SaaS service, Google Drive is a SaaS service, software as a service, all tools, all tools. You here you no need to worry about anything, sir. Everything will be taken care by your Microsoft. Correct? Yes or no? So Lambda, sir, try to remember AWS Lambda will help you a lot. It will make a lot of automation. So, for example, you design one Python code, you design one SQL code, you design one C++ code, and you don't have server, you don't have software to test it. You designed one Python code or C++ code or SQL code. You don't have server, you don't have anything, but you wanted to test that code, whether it is working or not. How you can test means you can place this code in Lambda and you can run the Lambda service. It will test whether whatever you designed that code is working perfectly or not, behalf of you. Here, no software, nothing, right, sir? Correct? But Lambda will test whether that code is valid or invalid. You no need to install Python, you no need to require server, you no need any application, nothing, sir. Go to the Lambda, whatever the script you design, place that in Lambda, just run the Lambda service, it will test whether whatever the code you design or not. That is how SaaS service will work. And best example is AWS Lambda. You no need to worry about anything, sir. At least here you need to maintain this application, you need to maintain the data, nothing. Here nothing. Everything will taken care by your cloud providers. If you go to the SaaS questions, these are
Sir,
the
this
major
Lambda is
three services.
this
Yes.
Lambda is a fast service, right? Fast
No.
function as a
SaaS service.
service.
SaaS service. It's a
Fast service,
SaaS.
okay.
It's a SaaS service, not a PaaS. PaaS means you need to create a application, you need to store your data, something, right? SaaS means nothing. Just go and run. Simply go and run.
Okay.
A
These
small
are the
doubt.
main.
Subbu.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, suppose this is SaaS means they are everything they are maintaining. Just we can run the applications only, or something we can create in applications like.
Yeah, see, you are downloading Teams. You are accessing Teams. Anything you are
Okay.
doing, sir, over the Teams? Anything? No, right?
Sorry, I can't
Nothing.
understand.
No,
Okay.
you are downloading a
Okay.
Teams, or Google Drive, or Gmail.
Okay.
Anything you are doing on it, or everything. So you are just sending emails, trying to ping, trying to call. All the histories will be stored. Where
Yeah.
that information, everything is, who is maintaining all that stuff? You are worrying about the Teams? Do you really worry about the Teams? Do
No,
you
no.
really
Yeah.
worry about Google Drive? Nothing.
Just like
We
they are
don't worry.
everything they are maintaining. Just we are using the application
Using
only.
that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Downloading and using. That is nothing but SaaS. But here, when you go to the PaaS, definitely you will worry, right? You deploy SQL and you are storing data in SQL, and that data accessing or somewhere you are struggling. You need to worry, right? Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no.
I understand. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I can understand.
Here, at least we are maintaining something when you go to the PaaS. But when you go to the IaaS, sir, especially in a single term, PaaS is nothing but you don't have any control on operating system. SaaS is nothing but you don't have any control on operating system or application. Can you change the Teams settings, internal settings? No, right? Just external settings you can change it, but nothing. Code level, nothing you can't change. Teams code you can change it? No. Salesforce code you can change?
No.
No. Nothing, sir. You don't have any control if you go to the SaaS. But you go to the PaaS, at least you are changing your SQL when you are deploying your SQL. You are choosing, okay, I need to deploy this many, I need to select this many resources. At least you are doing something if you go to the PaaS. If you go to the IaaS, you are having some control on operating system. But that's what, sir, basically. Really, when you go for IaaS means, if you want to control on operating system, you go for IaaS. I don't want control on operating system, then go for PaaS. Okay, especially as a database administrator, you never worry about SaaS, sir. SaaS. You never worry about SaaS, because basically I got opportunity to work with Lambda. Okay, so that's the reason I'm telling to you. Okay, Lambda is one of the best example for SaaS. So for example, they are designing something they wanted to test, they will use the Lambda. Majorly three service models are available, sir, throughout the global, but there are a couple of others, like database as a service, DB as a service, database as a service, like Azure SQL database, Azure MI, Azure Synonyms. All this comes under database as a service, like a database. Sir, you can call whatever name you want. That's it. We are not abusing. Okay. So, especially whatever the database you are going to deploy under cloud, either Azure or Google Cloud or Alibaba Cloud or AWS, you can also call it as a database as a service, DB as a service. Okay. Hope you understand. DB as a service. Now you can call one more, sir, DR as a service, disaster recovery as a service. Nothing but recovery vault. Recovery vault. There is a service, sir. There is a service in Azure, recovery vault, that will specially comes into the DR as a service, data data recovery as a service. Data recovery as a service means if suddenly something happened, you can recover with help of recovery vault, because if you are enabling recovery vault, you are taking snapshot of your VM. You are taking snapshot of your VM. With the help of that snapshot, you can recover your VM if suddenly something happened. Recovery vault. as a service. As a service will comes under DR as a service, data recovery as a service, recovery as a service, and um, IaaC, infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a code like Python, R language, Java language, .NET language. So whatever you are running, okay, languages, whatever you are running, .NET language, Python language, R language, SQL language, okay, those technically will you can also call it as a infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a code, infrastructure as a code, sir, code, infrastructure as a code. That will, sir, again, we are having majorly three. We are keeping somewhat some different names, but majorly we are having three service models only. One is IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Okay, so infrastructure as a code like Python or Java, .NET, if you're running, so you can also call it as a infrastructure as a code as a service. And finally, XaaS, XaaS, not C, sir, XaaS. So nothing but anything as a service. So if you go and search with XaaS in cloud, so technically anything as a service. In simple items, you don't have any confuse. No one don't have any confuse. XaaS is nothing but anything as a service. Whatever the cloud provider is providing. So technically, those are comes into the anything as a service. Anything as a service. XaaS. So we are having majorly three service models. One is IaaS, one is PaaS, one is SaaS. Majorly, if you want to do control on operating system, you'll go for IaaS. You don't have any control on operating system, then go for PaaS. SaaS is nothing but like a certain kind of tools where you are going to use in a generic purpose, sir. Questions? Anyone?
Sir, there is one more service, no? FAS, function as a service.
You can mention it, sir, n number of, okay. Anything you can mention it. If you learn something, you can add your function as a service. Okay, anything you can add it, sir. Add on. Only majorly is three, sir. Again, that is too good. You no need to worry about all this stuff. Don't tell all this to the interviewer. Okay, this three is too good. If you wanted to informatically, if you want information level, you wanted to pass to the interviewer, you can add this flavors to the interviewer, sir. He will also impress a lot. A little bit impress. These are all the service models, deployment models about cloud computing, and finally, if you wanted to see the what is the difference between your cloud computing and traditional, best example is buying a car is nothing but on premises, sir. Everything you need to take care. Everything you need to take care, like money is upfront, road tax, ownership, maintenance cost, insurance cost, driver cost, fuel cost, repair. But if you go to the rental, that is nothing but cloud computing. You no need to pay any insurance. You no need to pay any road tax. You no need to pay any fuel cost. You no need to pay any driver cost. You no need to worry about the repair. Nothing, sir. Money as per usage. How much you are using, you can use only for that one. For example, Ola, Uber is the best cloud computing. కవిత దగ్గరే ఉంటుంది కార్డ్. Okay, so that is the best example, sir. Rental cars are nothing but cloud computing. Purchasing a new car is nothing but on premises. Okay, that's it about service model, deployment models, cloud computing. What is the traditional? What is the difference between cloud and on premises? Best example. Any questions? Feel free to ask us. Tomorrow also we'll go a little bit slow, but on Wednesday we'll make somewhat more. Sir. Any questions before we stop the recording? No? Yes?
Not from that.